Hey, how you doing? This is Tony from Six String Corner, and this is another edition of great guitar solo intros. This one is Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses. It's a very iconic, very famous lick, and I'm here to show you the intro, and this is how it goes. By the way, this song is in a PDF that I have of 20 essential guitar licks, which I have in the link below. Go ahead and click that, you'll see that. There's actually a bunch of other great guitar licks in there as well, but this is the one we're going to feature at this moment. Now, one thing I also do want to note to you is that the song is actually recorded in E flat. The guitar is tuned down in that song. It's tuned down half a step. All the strings go down, so it's E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, E flat, all those flats. And then you play it like in an E position. So what I did is I'm playing it in the actual key of E flat, but in standard tuning, because I'm figuring many of you are probably getting on this thing just in standard tuning, you just want to learn the lick. So if you learn the lick, it's great. The finger pattern is exactly the same. You're just gonna have to tune the guitar down a half step and then play it up in the 12th position rather than the 11th that you're going to see me do it. Okay, so this whole entire song is played up here on the guitar neck. If you are going to tune it down in E flat, you're going to do everything that I'm going to show you and just add one fret. The finger pattern is exactly the same. Technically, you can play this pattern anywhere on the guitar neck if you wanted to. But if you're going to tune down to E flat, you play it here. Since most of you are probably joining in right now in standard tuning, I'm going to show you the standard tuning. No change here in how it sounds. We're just going to play it in this area here. We're going to go down one set of frets. But if you're going to tune down, like I said, just bring it up one fret to all the fret numbers that I'm going to give you here. All right, here we go. So we start with the pointer finger on the 11th fret on the D string, 14 on the B, 13 on the G, 11 on the G, 14 on the E, 13 on the G, 13 on the E, back down to 13 on the G. Now, that pattern essentially is the exact same thing over and over. What is changing is the first note. The first part of the pattern goes like this. Right? All right, so we started here on the 11th fret. Now we're going to start the next part of it with the 13th fret on the D string. But we can't use the same, well, I shouldn't say we can't use the same finger. I guess you could if you got twisty, spidery fingers. But what we're going to do is we're going to change the finger positioning just a little bit. So after we do the twice, all right, then we're going to switch to the right here. So I'm going to put the pointer finger on the 13th fret on the D string, and then follow everything else the same. But now I'm going to use my ring finger here, and my middle and my pointer, and then conclude with the last four notes the same fingering. But again, like I said, the pattern's the same. We're just changing the low note, but we do have to change our fingering on it. So putting those two parts together, we do this twice. And now here's the second part. All right, and then the next part is the same riff, except the pointer finger is now going to be here in the 11th fret on the G string. And it'll be a little bit different in how you play it, pretty close to how we did the first time in the pattern. So. Alright, so you see how I did that? It's the exact same as the first, except the first note now is on the 11th fret on the G instead of 11th fret on the D. So putting those three patterns together, all right, and then it goes back and repeats it. Now, the concluding part, I'm going to show you this part too. So that's going to repeat it a couple times, and then at the end, before getting into the singing, you're going to do another riff here. So after we finish this one, all right, so now we're going to play this next set of notes where the ring finger is going to be, we're going to constantly be coming back to the 13th fret here on the G string. All right, and you see how we're just coming back to this 13th fret. And the notes that are in between those is we're an 11 on the E, 14 on the B, back to 11 on the E, 13 on the E, back to 13, so we'll go from 14 to 13, 11 on the E, and we stop on the 14th fret on the B. So it goes like this. Alright, so now what I didn't show on this close-up is how your picking is going to be, so this is really kind of important. There's a lot of alternate picking. You don't want to do this all standard down picking. It's going to be really hard to play. So you'll notice here as I'm playing it, almost everything is alternate picking. So here from the beginning, watch the right hand now. So constant up and down motion with that picking motion. And also you want to make sure your hand is on the bridge as you're going back and forth. It sounds really good if you have a Les Paul or something with a humbucking pickup, and using the pickup on the neck position really sounds sweet there. That's kind of what we're using. Of course, I'm using a Marshall. That's probably what he used. I have no idea what he used. But anyway, that's Sweet Child of Mine. Hey, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video and click the bell for more notifications. I got all kinds of videos coming up like this one, and I got a whole bunch already in my video repertoire, so go ahead and check those out. Thanks a lot for watching, and rock on.